Economic and Development Committee to order. Please note that all 5 members are present. Item 25, ordinance to amend limited use criteria for automotive uses. This is a public hearing item.
Madam Chair, I move approval.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 26, ordinance to rezone property in 6900 block of West Orchard Street from RC residential to C2 commercial. This was also a public hearing item. I did have one additional question. Obviously, with it being a smoker, you'll have to go through like fire inspection, right? Is there anything in place, and it's just more for education, not because I'm too concerned about it, that if there is a fire, I mean, you might have a fire alarm like inside, but how does that work outside? Does something get trigger like a notification to the owner or the fire department? Do we have to wait till like someone like wakes up and's like, man, like it's really smelling?
I think there's a need for like some kind of access to the metal shed. Metal shed will probably be locked overnight, and if
Okay.
something were to happen inside, that they have access, and then property owner or a point of contact to that property, whether it's Tanner Paul or someone with a key.
So I mean, it
Or
would
a
just
lockbox,
be
yeah.
like installing a Knox box or something so that the fire department could have access if needed.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I don't have any further questions. I don't know if anyone
I'll
else
move
on the
approval.
committee does.
Second.
Is there any further discussion?
Madam Chair, I do
Yeah.
have a question. I see the applicant is here. So is this smoker going to be inside of the shed? Yes.
Come on up so we can get you on mic. Thanks.
And we describe it as a shed, so this is a shed you buy at Menards, or is this more like?
It's just a backyard metal shed.
Is
It's
it-
gotta be metal.
I-
And
I
the
don't know that
smoker is
that's,
act-
I don't know that that's going to fly with our building codes. I'm not sure.
Well, that's what was recommended by the fire department.
Well, the fire department handles the fire codes. They want something non-combustible. Have
Right.
you talked to building and the code enforcement department yet? Yeah, Dan, oh, I see Dan's here. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
When we had the meeting, it was discussed that this was gonna be placed on a trailer, and then the building code would not take place. If you're building a structure on the site, it would have to meet commercial building code. So any wall within 10 feet of a property line is gonna have to be a fire-rated wall. It's probably a lot more than I think what he's assuming. And then, again, the smoker would have to be designed to be indoors of a structure. But when we met, it was gonna be on a trailer, and the building code would not.
So the plan evolved over time?
Still be on a trailer?
It would still be on a trailer, yes.
Okay.
So if it's on the trailer, then I know planning recommended that it was parked on a paved surface.
Gotcha.
So, yeah,
And it
so
will
then
be
the
on a
building
paved
code would
surface.
not take,
And then a shed around the trailer?
But if he does put a
Built on top of the trailer.
shed on the trailer?
no, if it's on the trailer, the building code doesn't,
Okay.
you know, so
Just a
it's
trailer
just
then?
like yeah, it's like a food truck, food trailer. But if it's attached to the ground, then it's a structure. It would
Somewhat
have to
like
meet
Flower
commercial
Girl and a
building.
Flame, how they have their
Yep,
moving
Flower Ground
oven.
Flame has the smoker out back, the oven, it's
Mm-hmm.
similar to that.
So is the shed more to contain anything that might happen and then to be able to lock it while no
I
one's
think the
watching
shed's
it?
more for the health department, saying that no one can
Keep
tamper
flies
with the
out of
food
it
and
or-
stuff, and, but,
Gotcha.
In the bottom of the shed is gonna be sealed around the base of it. So if there is any varmints that decide to come around, they won't be able to get in the shed. But the issue that the property has had has been rectified. There hasn't been anything around.
And it would be parked on a cement slab?
It would be
Yeah.
parked on one of the parking stalls, so it would be,
It's already concrete or?
well, it's
paved?
asphalt, yeah, paved.
Okay.
Yep.
yeah, trailer would have to be on concrete asphalt, like approved surface, so.
So there was a first and a second. Is there further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Good luck. Or more luck, I should say. Number 27, resolution to approve amending certain activities of the fiscal year 2019 annual plan of the Community Development Block Grant Program relative to the reallocation of CBDG CV COVID funding in the amount of $250,926.
Move approval.
Second.
Okay. Is there any further discussion?
Madam Chair, I just want to add, that when we did the original budget that went through, it was awarded, and we put the budget in there, these funds were in that budget.
That's,
We're just finally getting around to doing that.
I was just gonna ask if that's changed, if this has changed part of the overall budget, but we just need to move it around to account for this, and this is, again, leftover COVID monies that has to be used for very specific items, and this can be one of those. All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Number 28, resolution to approve an allocation of up to, $1 million to the Community Development Authority of the City of West Dallas to raise and remove structures through an agreement with F Street 92nd LLC for property located at 1405 South 92nd Street, and I'm going to move for approval.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All
Yeah,
in-
Madam Chair?
Yeah.
Just for clarity, some people might look at this and go, what are you guys doing here? So this is the demo of the church, and oftentimes a developer wouldn't start the demo until he had all of his financing lined up. And that could delay the demo on this for months, and I don't mean 2 or 3, and that in turn could delay the whole timeline by a year, up to a year. And so the CDA doesn't have the money, but it's gonna come from the city, a short-term loan. And it'll be paid back when they get their financing, okay? And yes, it'll be $1 million to tear that church down, or maybe not quite all of it. But they're paying interest, and they will pay the $1 million back as soon as they get their financing lined up. So
And
that-
they're paying interest plus 1% actually.
yeah, they're
so-
paying, well, above the standard rate, yeah. So this was seen as a very valuable tool to get the project rolling, because it's been sitting long enough, it's been,
3 years.
yeah, so, thank you.
Thank you. Did I say all in favor? Aye? Aye. Favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. Couldn't remember where we left off there. Number 29, new Class A liquor and beer, cigarette and electronic cigarette license for 9730 Enterprises LLC DBA Sunny Liquor, West Dallas, 9730 West Greenfield Avenue. Agent Jatinder Kaur, are you here?
Yes.
If you want to come on up here.
Can I start with her? I'm her husband?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Hello,
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Hello. So you're looking for, this is at 9730 West Greenfield. This is one, I believe, where there was a fire. It has now been fixed up. Obviously, I don't have any questions regarding the overall, what they're looking for, but as one of the alders of the district, I'm going to unfortunately make a motion to deny. I just feel that there is 6 liquor stores within less than 1 mile. There are 5 more additional within 1.5 miles, and there's 13 places to get cigarettes and vape within less than 1.5 miles. I do not feel that we need another liquor store and beer store there. I denied, as part of my district, Family Dollar, so I'm going to keep it consistent, and it was the same thing I told them. I would make a motion to deny due to the fact of the amount of already existing liquor stores and same type of businesses within that district.
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I do have a question for the applicant. Did you buy the building, or you were gonna lease it, or,
We are buying the building.
okay? But if you don't get the license, then you won't buy the building, I assume, right?
Yeah, we are planning, but everything is ready to go, so we are almost ready to close those buildings.
Yeah, but you haven't spent any money on it yet,
Not
other than
yet.
maybe a lawyer or something like that.
We did spend earnest money and all that.
Yeah, but you'd get the earnest money back.
Yeah, if we.
I assume, no. But you haven't done any remodeling. The recent work that's gone on there, that was done by the owner, not by you?
Nothing yet. Actually, all those inspectors was there, fire inspector, plumber and electrician, all those. They told us other day, yeah, go ahead, go for, we are giving you approval to start moving on. So you can install the coolers, shelving units and all that stuff, so we can come over and give you final inspection and give thumbs
Right.
up.
But you understand it's this committee and the whole council who that decides whether you actually get the license.
Actually, we want to open one down here, you know, we have several locations and out
Well,
of,
well, that was my next question. You have experience in this business already?
yes, we do.
And where would that be?
We have several locations, not in West Ellis. I used to live in West Ellis for last 15 years, so I have a dream about opening business in West Ellis. But we have business in all over in other towns, but not here, so
Okay,
that's why we are
and
planning.
where? What towns?
In Burlington, Wisconsin, Kansasville, Janesville, Beloit, Fort Atkinson, and pretty much.
So nothing in the Metro Milwaukee area yet? No,
Not-
yeah.
not-
all
not in West
yeah,
Village yet.
Not in city of Milwaukee, not
We
in-
do have a city of Milwaukee, we have other properties, but not we are.
Not
like,
a liquor store.
Yeah, we do have a store in city of Milwaukee in a 10th and Locust. So we've been running that as well.
Okay. So, and how's business been for you? Good?
Really good. We are very responsible about taking care of the business on what the neighborhood and all that. So supporting locals, you know. So we just
And
like,
how many
run-
employees do you expect to have?
at least 2 or more.
And you'd be open 7 days a week,
Correct.
and you'd be open from,
9
say,
to 9.
9 to 9, with 2 employees?
Yes.
Okay,
Or 2 or more.
2 or more?
More,
Yeah,
yeah.
I hope more.
Yes, it
It's
is
a lot of
more.
hours otherwise.
Definitely, we need a more.
Well, especially if you have multiple, I mean, would you work the store personally? It doesn't sound like it.
No.
You have kind of like a chain of these.
Yeah, it's kind of changed. So spending like at least maybe 3 or 4 employee we thinking about.
Okay, would the employees likely be family members of yours?
No,
Okay,
it's from the locals.
probably from the local community.
Locals, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
excuse my ignorance, somebody had mentioned a fire, what was in this building prior?
It was a gym.
A fitness,
A
you know,
fitness center.
And it was a daycare center, I believe, and I might have been
Still daycare next door, and then it
auto
was.
parts.
Auto parts.
No, it's the north side of Greenfield, just east of the,
Yeah, I just.
Porn store.
I guess just wasn't, I couldn't recall what was there prior.
So there was a motion and a second.
That's a motion to deny.
So then we'll take an overall roll. So all in favor of the motion to deny, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
no,
All right, the ayes have it. This will go back up to the full common council, though, after this. So
Okay.
the full common council will vote on this.
Thank you.
you may want to stick around because,
We
okay,
are.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, item number 30, new Class A beer and cigarette and electronic cigarette license for Cal Services DBA, Cal Services 10731 West Oklahoma, Agent Callum Begg. Oh, come on up. What license are you guys here for? Do you maybe need to be upstairs?
Oh, they're with the ordinance, the public hearing
Oh, okay,
ordinance.
okay. I just wanted to make sure. Hello.
Hello.
All right, so this is taking over already the existing location at 10731 West Oklahoma Avenue. This will be for cigarette, tobacco, electronic vaping. Primary business is, convenience store, gas station. Am I correct that this is the old BP on the corner?
The poor Richard, yeah.
The Port Richards, that's right, okay. And you have occupied and ran one of these businesses before?
Yes.
Is there any further questions for the
And,
applicant?
and Madam Chair?
Yes.
So you're running the gas station now?
Yes.
Okay, and you said you've had this business somewhere else. Where, what other,
Milwaukee, Germantown.
okay, so you have 2 other locations?
I have a half a dozen.
Oh, okay, and so you're the agent? Are you the agent at all of these typically?
Some are leased out. We operate 3 locations, and we're gonna be
Okay.
operating this one.
Okay. So, and you're familiar with all the laws of the state of Wisconsin regarding
Yes, sir.
buying from wholesalers and service? And how many cooler doors are you gonna have beer in?
I believe there will be 4.
Okay,
That's not par.
thank you.
Madam Chair, I move approval.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Is there anything else to come before Economic and Development Committee? If not, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. No, one, no.
He was no.
I was no.
4 ayes.
It was,
I was a no too.
A no for the denial,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
correct.
yes.
It was Patty,
Yeah.
you, and
Right.
me.
I mean,
No.
No,
No,
3 to
3
2.
to 2. You
Right.
2 voted together, us 3.
3 to 2.
Went together.
Oh,
Which wasn't